Acceptable.
Acceptable? Transfiguration? No, child.
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian, Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but...
What? Turn me in? She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
Turn me in?
Sebastian.
Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to... Oh, Anne, I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne.
Don't worry, Sebastian. I shall speak with Ominous.
Thank you. You're a good friend, truly. No matter what happens from here, I'm glad we met.
Poor Sebastian.
Ominous?
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
We do have a choice. What good will it do to turn him in now? He clearly regrets everything. He's not going to do anything like this again.
We've both heard that before.
But we also need to think about Anne. She's lost her health, now she's lost her uncle. Do you really want to take her brother away from her too?
I understand what you're saying. Perhaps you're right. As much as I believe that Sebastian should pay for his actions, we'd only be punishing Anne as well. I hope we're doing the right thing. I'll talk to Anne. If it comes from me, she'll agree with this decision.
Thank you, Ominous. You're a good friend.
Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. That I know.
Revelio. This place has seen Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. That solves that.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
Would you please meet with me in the Great Hall? I have come upon a difficult time, and I need a friend.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me
Golden
before
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Arresto momentum.
Are you familiar with the hamlet of Irondale? It's south of the castle. I think the cave that Doran wanted us to find is...
Lassie, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
I'm sorry, Natty. I wish there was something I could do to help.
You have done plenty. In fact, many of my good days are good because of you. The bad days, however. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
There's Ollivander's.
The young today aren't willing to...
I hope he can help me craft the Keeper's wand. Hello, Mr. Ollivander. I wondered if you might be able to help me with something.
Yes, Professor Fig sent an owl informing me that you'd be coming. He was a bit cryptic, said you need to have a special wand crafted, that you'd bring me the materials.
Yes, sir. I have them here.
Oh, my. How extraordinary. Remarkable design. I will be honest, I have never crafted a wand in this fashion. Repaired broken wands, of course, but this is something else entirely. Keeping me on my toes, aren't you? I think I can work with what you've brought me. Let me see what I can do. It is done. I should warn you, I've never seen a wand like this before. My suspicion, as Professor Fig implied in his letter, is that it serves a unique purpose. I doubt you shall find much use for it otherwise.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
I'm afraid you're on your own. I've ensured that we have a moment to ourselves. Oh, come, come. No need for such theatrics. In light of what Ranrock now knows, you must agree that our interests are aligned.
Our interests will never be aligned.
You would let goblins take what is rightfully ours? The final repository belongs to wizard kind. We would be fools not to work together. What's that you've got there? Might this sudden visit to the Wand Maker have something to do with our mutual pursuit?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That repository is my birthright!
Charles Rookwood wouldn't have wanted you near it.
The arrogance. Should have known better than to try and reason with a child. I've always said, children should be seen and not heard.
Arrest their momentum.
Rookwoods don't go down easy. You're only delaying the inevitable.
Defender. Depulso.
That was a mistake.
Levioso.
Had enough?
Arrest their momentum. Defender. Bombarda.
In your life before you even realize you've got.
Glacius.
How delightful. Try to make it easy for me.
Confringo. Stupefy.
You will.
Bombarda.
You're no match for me.
Defender. Protego. Stupefy. Glacius. Confringo.
I'm just warming up.
Imperial. Crucible. Incendio. Glacius. Bombardo. Expelliarmus.
Hey, that's mine!
Flipendo. Descendo. Depulso.
Expulso!
Expelliarmus.
You should have joined me.
Abracadabra!
Only delaying the inevitable.
Brain out your ears and see how you like it!
Flipendo.
That's just the
Arrest the momentum. Expelliarmus. Venite. Depulso.
You're no match for me.
Flipendo.
Great mistake.
Defender.
Pay for your teeth.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus.
Impressive. My wand.
Imperio. Potato. Stupefy. Rebellion.
Lower Hogsfield.
Arresto momentum.
Time for some.
Expelliarmus.
Head in the clouds, this one.
Allow me to
Still, you little maggot. I'm embarrassed for
you.
Bombarda!
Stop! It's the best you can do. I'm just warming up.
Confringo!
To your knees.
Flipendo! Descendo! Bombarda! Incendio!
Coward.
Defender! Flipendo! Descendo!
Just the beginning.
Accio! Protego!
Oh, this is getting fun. Such a jelly.
Flipendo! Descendo! Depulso!
Mistress.
Accio! Expelliarmus!
You're no match for me. You're going to
Protego! Come on!
You made a mistake coming.
Arresto momentum! Flipendo! Descendo! Accio! Depulso! Flipendo! Descendo! Expelliarmus!
I'm just warming up.
Arresto momentum! Levioso! Descendo! Depulso!
To your knees. You're no match for me.
Flipendo! Descendo! Levioso! Flipendo! I hate lights! Depulso!
You're only delaying the inevitable. Had enough?
Flipendo! Descendo!
Pay for your need.
Arresto momentum!
Just the beginning.
Confringo!
I'm just warming up.
Bombard! Flipendo! Descendo!
I'll make you wish you were back at school.
Believe it. Rookwood's reign is finally over. I'll need to send an Alternati right away. For now, though, I need to get back to the map chamber and tell Fig what happened. Victor Rookwood is dead. He confronted me as I left Ollivanders with the Keeper's wand. I had to defend myself.
Godric's heart, are you all right? I know you're well able to defend yourself. I've seen it often enough. But Rookwood himself...
He destroyed so many lives and he wouldn't have stopped. I'm glad I was able to put an end to him.
You're right. He wouldn't have stopped. You did what you had to do. The wizarding community owes you a great debt.
Thank you for saying so, Professor. I'm ready for what's next.
All right, then. The Keepers have been waiting.
You have completed all of our trials, and you have done so under circumstances even I did not foresee. You understand now why all of this was necessary. The portkey, the vault, the locket, the book, the trials. To ensure that one with the ability you and I share would make the same choice that Zahn, Neve, Charles, and I did.
Now that you have witnessed my memory, you understand all that is at stake. Not everyone is what they seem.
As you know, light does not exist without shadow, nor shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Even the most well-meaning and competent amongst us cannot possibly know the consequences of manipulating what should be beyond our reach.
What lies in the repository must never be released. Resist the temptation to destroy or control it. The magic that you have so carefully honed must now be used only to protect the secret we keep. You have the wand. You will know when to wield it. We leave our legacy in your hands.
Astonishing.
That must be the way to the repository.
We can only hope.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
I wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You made it.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumor was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumor, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Revelio. You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you? Accio.
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Revelio.
It's another aggressive one!
Flipendo! Descendo! Capulso! Arresto momentum! Avanzo!
What is going on with them?
Revelio.
Voipers!
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started.
Revelio.
The Whooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Accio. Revelio.
If the Moonstone is here and so are Whoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Accio. Revelio.
Why am I not surprised? First the Whoopers and now this. We need to find moths for those spinners.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Accio.
Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
Lumos. Accio. Descendo. Depulso.
Another obstacle.
Revelio.
No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Lumos.
Lumos.
Depulso. Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Depulso. Lumos.
Merlin, it's beautiful. You did it!
Flipendo.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again.
Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Avada Kedavra. Revelio. Depulso.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind. Merlin, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here, I just know it.
Revelio. Incendio.
Given what creatures are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
It's very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the Moonstone is. which means we're one step ahead of them. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
Whatever it is, it had better have to do with Snidgets.
The clock is ticking in that regard, isn't it? Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it. I think we can safely say we know where the Moonstone goes.
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
Oh, the Ministry will hear about this! The fiends will rot in Azkaban!
Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped!
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Did that really happen, or are you simply being overdramatic?
Of course it happened! I heard it straight from the horse's mouth! Oh, she is a rather horse-faced girl, that Astoria Cricket. She and her friends were moaning about me of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the Three Broomsticks. That's why my other frame hung. A hovel of a place, though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the Three Broomsticks.
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a fourth-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
Let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Serona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
I don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can! They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then. It's an outrage! No.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
I've heard that our dear Clementine drew you in. Hello there. Please, come in. Let me know.
As soon as possible. I received an interesting owl from Joanna Bickle about Harlow.
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to... you're about. I've heard that our dear Clementine drew you
Revelio.
fly escapades. Unusual girl. All sorts.
Astoria Cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
Surely he can't be that terrible, can he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the hogshead. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
Revelio.
Thought we'd forget about that goblin helm you stole.
No one's going to pay a rent.
Flipendo. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Imperium.
Oh, what's so long?
Flipendo. Accio. Flipendo. Descendo.
Reducto.
Bombarda. Confringo. Defendo.
Reducto.
Flipendo. Descendo. You Accio. Leviosa.
Stop Hang on.
Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Depulso.
A lucky shot. Reducto.
I should investigate.
Not going tough now, are ya? Can I have an reducto?
Incendio. Flipendo. Descendo. Shame nobody saw that.
I think I know where we can find Doran. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest and we can tell him about the symbol the Mooncalves made.
Incendio! Imperial! Revelio. Defender. Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm... Revelio! Depulso! Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
You've made a mistake.
This looks intriguing. Lumos. Lumos. That's that. Settled. Revelio. Revelio.
And you say they made it after you placed the Moonstone?
Do you know why or what it means? Does it have to do with the Snidgets?
The breadth of one's knowledge can be as wide as the seas, and yet only run so deep.
It's good to see you again, Doran. Did Poppy tell you about everything that's happened?
She did, and I am glad to see that you are both safely returned. I did question the wisdom of sending you on a path at a time when that path was unknown at best, deadly at worst. But the acumen of the centaurs is neither personal nor partial. The skies tell us what is to come, and often we do not know what we have seen until it has come to pass.
You knew the poachers would try and kill Poppy and me.
I did not know, my young friend, but I shall say that I was not surprised. It was in much the same manner that I expected our first meeting.
I don't suppose you'd like to start from the beginning. I think Poppy and I could use that.
Of course. I find it is often the best place to start, is it not? Many, many moons ago, I divined a series of events. Their meaning long evaded me, until you brought news of the Snidgets and their poacher pursuers. I believe the symbol created by the Mooncalves dance marks the place the Snidgets are hidden. And serendipitously, I believe that I know the very place.
Please, go on.
I have seen that symbol only once, on a rock face in the cliffs of the forest. You should make haste there. The snidgets that have been kept there for so many years may no longer be safe.
You said you divined a series of events before our paths crossed. What were they?
I saw the arrival of a stranger, the threat of an enemy, and the return of an old friend. I believe now that you are the strangers, the poachers are the enemy, and the old friends are the snidgets. I also saw two places tied to these events: the cave with the moonstone and the henge. The latter was bathed in moonlight.
What makes you so sure the symbol is where the snidgets are?
I do not know. It is what I have read in the stars. Fortunes play out as they are intended. I am merely a messenger. I shall say that fortune favors us today. That you would show me a symbol whose provenance I recognize is not coincidence, but fate.
If you're right about this place, then we should make our way there.
I shall see you there. We cannot afford to lose the snidgets once again.
Revelio. Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here.
How remarkable.
I got here as soon as I could.
Did you see the symbol above the entrance? It's the one the mooncalfs made at the henge. Of course Doran implied as much, but to see it up there...
Could this actually be where the snidgets are hidden?
Let's find out. Doran's waiting for us just up ahead.
I'm ready if you are.
Can you believe it? Actual snidgets. I'm glad we seem to be a step ahead of the poachers.
It is a little strange we haven't heard anything from them.
If we're lucky, they're still poring over Gran's research. There was a fair
Revelio.
amount. We, on the other hand, had Doran to guide us. Even if the poachers do somehow stumble upon this place, we shall be long gone.
Greetings.
I hope we haven't kept you waiting long, Doran.
Not at all. Then again, it is not I who awaits your arrival. Do you have the Moonstone with you?
We do.
Good. It is as important to what happens next as both of you are.
So, what does happen next? What are these pillars here?
A safeguard, I suspect. There is only one way to find out. And as for how to go about that, the two of you may know better than anyone.
Accio. Depulso. Accio.
I wonder if the pillars move at all.
Accio. Accio. Protego. Flipendo. Depulso. Descendo. Accio. Defendo.
Perhaps
Bombarda.
the light in the darkness.
Glaciers. Impringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Avada Kedavra. Revelio. Accio. Protego. Stupefy. Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness.
Compulso. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Accio. Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness.
Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness.
Accio.
Perhaps it has to do with the light in the darkness.
Accio.
That did it! Look, Doran, a doorway.
I suspect we all know what lies beyond that passage. And now, I'm afraid I must leave you.
Revelio.
At least for a time.
You're not coming in with us.
If the Snidget...
Revelio. So many books.
You haven't seen my grand study. Look at the murals on the wall. They're all creatures.
Revelio.
This place must have been built to protect them. They had nothing to fear.
What makes you say that?
The Pope camps always felt oppressive. It's hard to explain, but the feeling was palpable. At least to me. The sense I get here is of safety and calm. Quite the opposite of the poacher camps.
Incendio. Revelio. Incendio.
I'll wager
Revelio.
this isn't the dead end it seems to be. But how to get through?
Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Defender. Glacius. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Of course. How clever. Look at this place.
Revelio.
Little puppy squeating. Forgot having up your track.
Expelliarmus.
Oh, that's a too hard.
Levioso.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Descendo. Depulso. Accio.
Miserable
Rependo.
Recuperator finish what I started.
You can't win. Why not simply
Expelliarmus. Levioso. Rependo. Descendo.
Back to console. Not the brightest child. Nothing.
Rependo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
What in Merlin's name? No.
Ready your horses. The fight will catch us.
Defender.
You made a mistake.
Confringo.
Down here. What my
Incendio. Incendio. Bombarda.
You'll need to be quicker than that.
Levioso. What are you doing?
Never expected. What did you do?
Bombarda.
Stop.
I love you. Well, you look like you're trying. Almost alone.
Rependo.
Marvelous strike.
Glacius. Bombarda. Little Penny. Descendo. Good order.
Real footsteps, don't they? Looks like there to be an attack of some sort.
Defender. Confringo. Bombarda. Rependo. Descendo.
Let it dis-
You're on the army.
Protego. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Defender.
They want a bio.
Bombarda. Rependo. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. I think that was all of them.
Are the two of you unharmed? I had hoped to return before it was too late.
We're fine, but if you hadn't got here when you did, I led them here, Doran.
You fought with us against your kind. I am glad to have witnessed it. I now believe all that Doran told me.
They are the ones I saw.
Finish your work here. All the events you divined have not yet come.
There they are. Now, all that remains is to break the charm.
You want us to... I only ever wanted to see them safe, which they are. You should do it. Merlin, they're lovely. But what happens now? They can't care for themselves, and surely once word gets out of their reappearance...
No harm will come to them. The centaurs will see to that. You have my word.
Thank you, Doran, for helping us to find them and to fight for them.
It is you who deserves the merit, child. You did what the poachers would never have. Remember that. You both fought bravely today. Allow us to carry the mantle from here.
If it's all right, Doran, I think I'd like to stay behind and spend a little more time with the Snidgets.
Revelio. Compulso. Lumos. Confringo.
Yeah.
Only a hairy-hearted sod would come. Oh, my poor boy.
Hello, madam. Is everything all right?
I'm simply beside myself since Rococo ran away. He's my pet Niffler.
I'm sorry to hear that your pet is missing.
Thank you. I appreciate your words. I mean, I've had him for years. He's lovely company. Whilst on our morning constitutional the other day, south of here, he and I stumbled upon Henrietta's hideaway. They say that Henrietta was a paranoid recluse, filled her castle with all manner of traps to keep thieves from pinching her valuables. As we drew near, the morning sun reflected off something in a window, and before I knew it, Rococo was off. Oh, I've been worried sick. But I'm not about to meddle with Merlin knows what's inside that house, or the Ashwinders that are lurking about.
Why did Henrietta feel the need to protect her house like she did?
Henrietta was a baroness who married well, more than a few times. Her immense wealth drove her to a life of suspicion and isolation. The more wealth she amassed, the more paranoid she became of losing it. Hence the terrifying traps throughout the hideaway. Not even her family has been willing to deal with them to get to her fortune.
Why don't you just get Rococo back yourself?
Henrietta's hideaway is treacherous enough, but add Ashwinders into the picture and, well, I love Rococo, but I love staying alive more.
I'll keep an eye out for Rococo.
Oh, that's terribly kind. But stay away from the hideaway. Far too dangerous. If someone does find him in the hideaway, they shall be well rewarded. Henrietta's treasures are theirs for the taking. She certainly won't mind now.
What do you have for sale?
What's brought you here today?
That hideaway does sound intriguing. Perhaps I should investigate, for Rococo's sake.
Can never have enough stock. That's what I say. Thank you for stopping by.
Wonder where they're off to in such a...
Revelio. This must be the castle where Miss Coffee's Niffler ran away. Now to find a way inside.
Flipendo, Descendo, Depulso, Accio.
What was that?
Expelliarmus, Levioso.
Stop that right now. Made a great mistake.
Ashwinders. Find a way around it. Or perhaps...
Defendo. Glacius. Rependo, Descendo. Depulso.
Expulso.
Potato, Superfly.
To your knees. That's just the big...
You're the one who started the griff. You're about to regret.
You've been known to use the dark?
Imperial, wanna look up? Incendio. Bombarda.
Extorting desperate gits suits me just fine. You'll be sorry you did that. Oh, shit. Thought you could hide from me, did you?
Bombarda.
Notice you ain't wearing that goblin helmet. Expulso!
Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum. Flipendo. Descendo.
Wait. Careful. This one's lunch. Now where did it go? Barely felt anything at all. What are your thoughts on
Incendio.
What have you done?
Do you really think you can best?
Flipendo. Repulso. Levioso.
Tiger.
Descendo. Accio. Defendo. Confringo. Glacius. Bombarda.
Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark.
Revelio.
Whoa. I hope the Ashwinders haven't done anything with Rococo. Where in Merlin's name am I?
Glacius. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio.
There we go. Ashwinders.
Which in Felcroft? I take what I want. Miss a payment with me, and I'll make you pay through the nose.
Bombarda.
What is dreadful?
Stupefy.
Petrificus Totalis!
Confringo. Levioso.
Might want to look up.
Expulso. Protego. Arresto momentum.
What are your thoughts on Expulso?
Expelliarmus.
Now you've gone too far. Expulso. What are you, shy?
Bombarda.
Courage in a forelock.
Incendio. Imperial. Crucio.
I've got it to
Flipendo.
to regret that. Coward!
Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Descendo. Depulso. Bombarda. And no one to share in my victory. These coins must have come from Miss Coffee's Niffler. More treasure. Rococo must have been through here. Places. Bombarda. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, more Ashwinders. Flipendo. Descendo. Depulso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Fight for me! Levioso! Flipendo! Descendo!
Don't go down easy!
Depulso!
Trying to make this too easy.
Glacius! Findo!
Incendio! No! You're no match for me. That's just the beginning.
Glacius!
Incendio!
Benitez! Expelliarmus!
Incendio! Is that the best you can do? I've never seen such magic.
Arresto momentum!
Flash of
Expelliarmus!
Don't do that!
Imperial!
Stop that!
Depulso! Descendo! Accio! Confringo! Glacius! Bombarda! I did it! In an Ashwinder, no less. Revelio! Treasure. That Niffler's certainly leaving quite a trail. Depulso! Revelio! Accio! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Accio! Levioso! Revelio! Revelio! Incendio! Revelio! Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Revelio. What's this? Some sort of treasure map. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. This Niffler's a tricky one. Best get back to Miss Coffee. Revelio.
My poor Rococo.
Miss Coffee, I found your Niffler.
Oh, goodness, really? Oh, thank you. You're very brave. I was at my wit's end. How's my sweet Rococo? May I have him back?
I'm sure he'll be happy to go home.
He will. Oh, my brave little explorer. My greedy, greedy boy. Oh, I can't wait to get him home. Thank you again for what you did. From now on, I'll keep Rococo on a lead whenever we go out.
Are you ready to finish Harlow?
I'm ready to finish Harlow once and for all. What is your plan?
I received an owl from Mrs. Bickle. She wondered if we were having any luck going after Harlow. Suggested we could gather evidence from a friend near Manor Cape.
But she warned us to stay out of it. Was rather adamant about it.
Precisely.
Harlow knows that we saved Archie, and that we rescued Mr. Rabe. The letter didn't come from Mrs. Bickle, did it?
I do not believe it did. Harlow intends to ambush us.
But now we have the upper hand. We can prepare.
We are stronger than Harlow, and he knows it. That's why he's resorting to this sort of trickery. We must go.
Agreed. Let's finish this.
Brilliant. Hallow's reign ends today.
Perhaps we ought to inform Officer Singer of our plans.
I already sent her an owl to let her know that we were following a lead given to us by Mrs. Bickle.
Are you concerned she might tell your mother?
Indeed she will, but so be it. I am tired of hiding it from her. My mother needs to understand that I will not be safe from the Ashwinders until everyone is. I shall pursue them until they are finished, and I think she knows that. As do you.
That I do.
Keep an eye out. Hallow is likely
Revelio.
somewhere. I sense he is close.
Where is he?
I do not know. We should look around.
Bombarda.
Caliban children.
Incendio.
Right into us.
Expelliarmus.
Ashwinders! We were right!
Flipendo.
To your knees.
Depulso. Accurate. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Arresto momentum. Flipendo. Depulso.
Arresto momentum.
Defender.
Will you hold still?
Windbringer.
Defender!
Flipendo. Descendo. Depulso.
Cynthia!
Windbringer. Area.
Back in the fort! They got what they deserved.
Expulso!
Little Nat Sione, innit? And her excruciatingly loyal companion. You two have done quite a bit of damage to my business interests. But I must grudgingly give you some credit. What was once a mere annoyance has become remarkably problematic. Fortunately, I pride myself on my problem-solving skills.
A shame that such potential go to waste.
Expelliarmus.
Defender! Come now, you can do better than that.
Bombarda.
This will not end in your favour.
Descender. Crucible. Havana Cadabra!
Are you sure you are up for a visitor?
Yes, Mother. I feel fine, and it will do me good to see my friend.
Very well. But do not overdo it, Natsai.
I know, Mother. It is good to see you, my friend.
I'm glad to see you're doing so well.
I am doing better than it appears. I am only here because my mother insisted, just to be safe. I was relieved when she told me that you were all right.
What on earth possessed you to do something like that?
I don't know, but what other choice did I have? You were in danger.
I'm sorry, Natty. It's my fault you got hurt.
What? No. Do not blame yourself for this. The moment that I saw Harlow aim his wand at you, well...
You quickly made the choice to protect me.
I did what I had to, and I would do it again. I could not simply stand there and let you get hurt.
Then I shouldn't feel guilty.
Of course not. There was nothing that you... Oh my... I cannot believe that it took me this long to see it. He made a choice based on instinct. My father, you, my friend, are no more to blame for my injuries today than I am to blame for my father's sacrifice years ago.
From what I know of him, it seems there's a lot of your father in you.
That's very kind of you to say. I hope that you are right. This has all been a bit much, hasn't it? Taking down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot. But we have done it. Rookwood is dead, Harlow is on his way to Azkaban, and the rest of them are on the run. A few of the dregs will still be about, fighting for their lost cause. But Rookwood's enterprise has fallen apart.
Everything is safer now because of us. Because of you.
Thank you, but we make a formidable team. You, my fellow traveler, have enriched my time at Hogwarts beyond anything I could have imagined. Thank you. I believe your friendship to be one of the most important in my life. Thank you for coming to visit me. It is always good to see you.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
I see Doran finally convinced you to leave the Snidgets.
If anyone can keep them out of poacher hands, it's the centaurs. And I wanted to thank you. When the poachers ambushed us, it was nice not to face them alone.
Of course. It's the sort of thing friends do for each other, isn't it?
I suppose so. I am glad you came to Hogwarts. It's already been my best year. I wouldn't want a repeat of Horntail Hall, of course, but I did enjoy the Three Broomsticks. Had no idea how lovely it was there.
Had you never been to the Three Broomsticks?
I used to spend most of my time with Highwing, and well, I don't know how Serona feels about hippogriffs popping in for a butterbeer. Highwing's the only one I would have gone with. Or Gran, of course.
Highwing is nice company, but perhaps it's time to add a few more friends to your circle.
I am starting to see the appeal of human friends. It was nice to talk about my parents and Gran with someone, and share Highwing.
I don't suppose you've heard anything from your parents, have you?
I haven't, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
Does your Gran know that we found the Snidgets?
I couldn't hold it in any longer. I told her everything. She was livid that I'd been anywhere near the poachers, but she confessed that she was rather envious about the Snidgets.
It has all been a pleasure, Poppy. Do try and stay out of trouble.
Don't know that I can. We've taken on poachers twice now, successfully. I rather think you've helped me develop a taste for it. And with centaurs as allies, I might actually go looking for trouble. You and I should meet for a butterbeer soon. Perhaps Highwing can join us?
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I should hope that the enchantments protecting the castle would protect against an incursion from below.
I fear they may not. Although, if they don't now, I can assure you they will in the future.
Were you able to reach Professor Weasley?
I was. Hopefully she and the others will arrive soon. They know where to find the door through which we entered. Let's go. If his loyalists are here, he cannot be far behind.
Revelio. You and I have faced worse, Professor.
We must be getting closer.
We'll be pleased with our progress.
Imperium. Incendio.
Return me to the ground at once.
So relenting. Descendo. Contorso. Expelliarmus. More of focus. Levioso. Descendo. Defendo. Bombarda. Incendio. Glacius. Confringo.
Press on. Ranrock must be here somewhere.
This drill stands between us and him. We need to move it.
I shall handle it. One moment. Let's go.
Professor, that wall, that's the way forward.
Very perceptive, my young friend. It worked. Let's go.
Lumos!
Ranrock must be getting closer to finding the repository.
I fear you're right, Professor. There's nothing we can do but keep searching.
Listen, more goblins up ahead.
Revelio.
Over here.
I've been fighting since before you were... That's better.
These tunnels. We're getting closer, Professor. That way.
Have somehow evaded the castle's defensive charms.
Steer them this way! We shall make quick work of them!
They got this.
We'll show these beasts who's in charge.
What's the point of this exactly? When are you going to give up?
Let's get it. Flipendo, descender,
Look out! Another troll! This one's worse than the last two!
Stop him!
I'm rolling it down!
You never go down easy, do they?
No,
Imperium!
no. As a citizen, you bring the leaves up for the rest of us.
We couldn't be happier to see you, Professor Sharp. Flipendo, Descender, Repulsor, Accio.
I'm relieved we got here before Ranrock.
I can't believe this is it. The repository has been under the castle for hundreds of years.
Think of all the pain that created it. This is what Miriam, George, your friend Lodgok, and countless others died for. Miriam believed this forgotten magic could be used for such good, but she did not know the risks. She did not see what the Keepers have shown you, what Isadora showed you. You are now the Keeper of whatever power it holds. What do you intend to do with it?
I have decided to open the repository. Its power cannot lie dormant for centuries more.
After everything you've seen, what about Isadora's fate?
Isadora wasted her ability trying to save people from themselves. I will not let others dictate what I do with this. My power.
You cannot possibly mean that. You, of all wizard kind, are wholly aware of the misery and pain that could cause.
The arrogance of wizard kind. Goblins built this repository. It belongs to us.
Enough, Ranrock. It was never yours.
I've been wanting to play with this.
Miriam's wand.
If she'd simply handed over the container, all of this could have been avoided. Foolish, self-important witch. Seems you were two of a kind. She didn't know when to give up either.
Feeding off the power from the repository.
Your beautiful magic is no match for mine, child!
Protego! Stupid one! My spells are having no effect on the dragon. Flipendo! That's the trick. Now. You protected yourself again. Not for long. Expelliarmus, Leviosa. Arresto momentum. Bombarda. Confringo. Potato. Defender. Flipendo. Defender. Glaciers. Confringo. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda! Confringo!
There seems to be some fighting you all now. None. I shall rid you of it. Come and say your creature.
Revelio. Protego. Stupefy.
Shall rid you of it.
Can't stop me. Two sources of power. Ha! Don't like that very much, do you? Glaciers! Bombarda! Crucible! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Flipendo! Defender! Glaciers! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Crucible! Glaciers! Confringo! Leviosa! Arresto runner. Expelliarmus. Defender. Bombarda. Confringo. Glaciers. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Protego. Defender. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Defender. Glaciers. Crucible. Incendio. Imperio. Glaciers. Flipendo. Defender. Bombarda. Confringo. Glaciers. Expelliarmus. Crucible. Protego. Defender. Bombarda. Glaciers. Confringo. Glaciers. Cabolso. Accio. Bombarda. Glaciers. Confringo. Arresto. Crucio. Expelliarmus. Glaciers. Defender. Protego. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Glaciers. Confringo. Bombarda. Defender. Glaciers. Expelliarmus. Crucio. Depulso. Defender. now, Ranrock. You will die! Ends here, Ranrock.
You think you can stop me?
Levioso. Cabolso. Potato. Expelliarmus. Repulsor.
Professor Eleazar Fig. I dare say he was a beloved professor to many of you, certainly a long-standing colleague to his peers. A famed adventurer and seeker of knowledge, he built a reputation charging into the unknown, brazenly disregarding both discretion and safety, providing perhaps a rather unfortunate lesson for us all. His devotion to adventure was rivaled only by his dedication to Hogwarts. And of course, to his wife, Midi, whom we lost much too soon as well. Yeah.
Professor Fig represented the best of all of us. He could be deviously clever, possessed a brilliantly inquisitive mind, and was the most loyal of friends. But perhaps it was his remarkable courage, for which we will all be forever indebted to him. If not for Professor Fig, well, I can say with confidence that if not for him, many of us, let alone Hogwarts, would not be here today. Those that knew him best will agree that we must now honor him as only Hogwarts can, by wisely, resourcefully, justly, and bravely facing all that lies ahead.
To Professor Fig!
Can't believe we lost Fig. I didn't know him as well as you did, but I know he was a good man. Glad Weasley spoke for him. She honored him well. Fig will be well remembered. I wish the same could have been done for my uncle. I wonder if there's a chance Anne would meet me.
Sebastian, I can't imagine what you and Anne are going through. Perhaps you'll hear from her soon.
I hope so. I'll let you know.
Sebastian, there's something you should know. It's to do with Victor Rookwood.
I heard a rumor that he confronted you outside of Ollivander's. Sounds as if he faced quite a fight.
The rumors are true, and I did, but it's not that. Just before Rookwood attacked, he uttered something familiar. The same words Anne heard before she was cursed. Children should be seen and not heard.
Wait, what are you saying?
It wasn't one of Ranrock's loyalists who cursed Anne. It was Rookwood. It was Rookwood all along.
This can't be. It was the Loyalists. It's always been them. The night Anne was cursed, all she saw were goblins.
Once Rookwood allied with Ranrock, Isadora's estate became of interest to them both. That's why Rookwood was there the night Anne was cursed. He was working with Ranrock. When he saw your sister, well, he didn't want anyone to know.
So he cursed her. And she's never been the same. So cruel. Rookwood deserved what he got. Thank you for telling me. It wasn't a goblin. I suppose I owe you an apology. All this time I thought goblins were the enemy. But it was never that simple. Ominous said he's spoken with Anne. I wonder if she'll see me. I'll find out and send word when I know more.
I've thought about what you told me in the Great Hall. I would like to speak with you. Meet me in the Undercroft as soon as you can.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour, but mum's the word.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside in the bell tower.
Oh, I've been turned around on the grand staircase one too many times. I think
Revelio.
I tried transforming a rabbit.
I'm not ready for Professor Bin's lecture. I forgot my pillow.
I'd hate transfiguration.
Revelio. Ah, the bells must be upstairs. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps? Wingardium Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Alohomora. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. One up, one to go. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't. The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
I'm glad you came.
Sebastian, I've received your owl. What's happened?
Ominis spoke with Anne about what happened with my Uncle Solomon. She believes I should pay for what I did, but she won't turn me in. She said the guilt I'll have to live with is punishment enough.
I'm so sorry. But I'm glad you know that you can at least try to move on now.
The thing is, I think I've lost my sister, my twin, forever. She refuses to even see me. I can't blame her. I couldn't really blame any of you if you gave up on me entirely. You all believed in me, and I let you all down.
Anne may just need some time. Surely one day she'll be able to forgive you.
I hope you're right. I realize I can't undo what's been done, but I can try every day to make up for it. I owe you and Ominis everything for standing by me.
Well, it wasn't easy. But I believe in you, Sebastian. I've had a sense about you since that first day in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Seems so long ago. Thank you. I have no idea what's to come, but I'm grateful for your friendship. I'm glad you came to Hogwarts.
I think I'd have made an excellent seeker. I have a sharp eye. Can spot the shadow of the demigod in the snow.
I keep things clean as a whistle, but oh, what's that for?
I took my copy of 1000 Magical Herbs and Fungi. Professor Weasley, you wanted to see me?
I did. We haven't had a chance to speak since I know you were quite close with Professor Fig.
Hogwarts won't be the same without him.
No, it won't. But I can assure you that he would want us to press on, and that he would rest easy knowing that the future of the wizarding world is in hands like yours.
Thank you, Professor.
You've had quite a year, both inside and outside of Hogwarts. I've heard all sorts of rumors. You've ridden a graphorn, befriended a goblin, rescued hippogriffs, even took it upon yourself to help Professor Black's house elf.
How did you...
It's harder to keep secrets around here than one might suspect. I'm just glad you found such a good friend in Miss Sweeting. It's nice to see her engaging more with her classmates. There have evidently been Snidget sightings in the area lately. If the centaurs are to be believed, 2 Hogwarts students are behind it.
I'm certain I don't know what...
No need to discuss it further. What I would like to discuss is your wizard's field guide. May I see it?
Of course. What do you think, Professor?
I think you've been busy this year. I see some progress here, but quite a bit of your field guide has yet to be completed. Fortunately, you do have some time to prepare for your OWLs. I will confess, I had a sense about you from that first moment you came bursting in, late, to the sorting ceremony. I am pleased to see that my instincts were correct. To think you've only been with us a year and you'll already be taking your OWLs Well, it's nothing short of astonishing.
Thank you, Professor, for everything.
You are most welcome. I look forward to seeing what you do during the rest of your time with us.
Revelio.
This year, we have seen our students exemplify the bravery of Godric Gryffindor. Allow me to finish. The loyalty of Helga Hufflepuff. The wisdom of Rowena Ravenclaw. And the ambition of Salazar Slytherin. And so, the winner of this year's House Cup...
Excuse me, Headmaster, if I may. One particular student's heroism during the attack on Hogwarts, not to mention the level to which they have excelled in their coursework, as a new student, no less. Well, it would seem that it certainly merits... I'd say 100 points to their house. Wouldn't you agree?
Ah, yes. Thank you, Professor Weasley. I suppose we have our winner.